Who are the people most likely to betray you? Strangers? Enemies? Not always. According to Stoic wisdom, the greatest threats to your peace often come from the people you trust the most. Not because everyone is evil, but because not everyone deserves unlimited access to your life. Marcus Aurelius believed that wisdom begins with understanding human nature, not expecting people to be something they're not. In this video, you'll discover the 9 types of people you should never trust completely if you want to protect your peace, your future, and your self-respect. Stay until the end, because the final person on this list is the one almost everyone trusts, and it often becomes their biggest mistake. Trust is one of the most valuable things you can give another person, but the Stoics believed it should never be given too quickly. Many people confuse kindness with honesty, or charm with character. They believe words instead of watching actions, but actions reveal what words often hide. Strong people don't trust someone because they sound convincing. They trust someone because their behavior remains consistent over time. Character is proven by patterns, not promises. Seneca warned that we suffer more from false expectations than from reality itself. When you expect loyalty from someone who has never truly earned your trust, disappointment becomes inevitable. The goal isn't to become suspicious of everyone. The goal is to become wiser about who you allow into your inner circle. Trust slowly, observe patiently, and let time reveal a person's true character. Today, you'll discover 9 types of people who can quietly steal your peace, your confidence, and even your future if you're not careful. This isn't about living in fear. It's about seeing people clearly. Because once you understand human nature, you stop being easily manipulated. Let's begin with the first type of person you should never trust completely. Person. Number 1. The person who only contacts you when they need something. Have you noticed that some people only remember you when they need a favor? They disappear when life is good, but the moment they need money, advice, connections, or support, they suddenly become friendly again. The Stoics believe that genuine relationships are built on mutual respect, not convenience. Pay attention to patterns, not excuses. If someone only values you when you're useful, they don't value you. They value what you can provide. Protect your time, your energy, and your kindness. Not everyone who asks for your help deserves unlimited access to your life. Real friends don't appear only during emergencies. They stay present even when they need nothing from you. Marcus Aurelius believed that a person's actions reveal their true nature. Watch who celebrates your success. Watch who checks on you without expecting anything in return. Loyalty is shown in ordinary moments, not just difficult ones. A relationship based only on taking will eventually leave you exhausted. Being kind doesn't mean allowing yourself to be used. You can help people without becoming responsible for their entire life. Set healthy boundaries. Learn to say no without guilt. The strongest people know the difference between generosity and being taken for granted. Respect yourself enough to recognize when someone values your heart and when they only value your usefulness. Person. Number 2. The person who cannot keep a secret. Trust is built on confidence. The moment someone repeatedly shares other people's private information with you, pay attention, because if they gossip about others today, they may gossip about you tomorrow. The Stoics believe that character is revealed by what a person does when no one is watching. A trustworthy person protects conversations. An untrustworthy person collects them as entertainment. Never confuse friendliness with loyalty. Someone who cannot respect another person's privacy will eventually fail to respect yours. Imagine telling someone your biggest dream, your deepest fear, or a personal struggle. A few days later, you discover that everyone else already knows. That single moment changes everything. Trust, once broken, is difficult to rebuild. Strong people don't share sensitive information with everyone. They observe who can handle small responsibilities before giving them bigger ones. Loyalty isn't proven by words. It's proven by discretion. Epictetus taught that wisdom includes knowing who deserves your confidence. Not everyone who listens is your friend. Some people listen only to collect information. Others listen so they can judge, compare, or spread your story. Choose carefully. The people closest to you should protect your peace, not expose it. Remember this. A person who respects your privacy is far more valuable than someone who simply enjoys your company. Person. Number 3. The person who is jealous of your success. Not everyone who smiles at your success is happy for you. Some people celebrate your victories in public, but secretly hope you fail. Jealousy rarely announces itself. It hides behind fake compliments, subtle criticism, and constant comparison. The Stoics understood that envy is one of the strongest emotions that can corrupt a person's character. Protect your goals by paying attention to how people react when your life begins to improve. Your success will reveal who truly supports you. Seneca believed that a wise person never measures their worth by comparing themselves to others. But jealous people do exactly that. Instead of improving themselves, they become uncomfortable watching someone else grow. They'll minimize your achievements, question your decisions, or quietly discourage your progress. Don't argue with them. Simply keep moving forward. Your energy is too valuable to waste proving your success to people who secretly resent it. A true friend feels inspired by your success, not threatened by it. They celebrate your victories as if they were their own. They encourage you when others doubt you. Strong people surround themselves with those who bring peace, not competition. Remember this Stoic lesson. Never trust someone who cannot be genuinely happy when good things happen to you. Their envy today can become betrayal tomorrow. Person number 4, the person who never takes responsibility. One of the clearest signs of an untrustworthy person is this. Nothing is ever their fault. When something goes wrong, they blame their parents, their friends, their boss, their partner, even bad luck, but never themselves. The Stoics believe that personal responsibility is the foundation of a strong character. A person who refuses to own their mistakes will eventually make you pay for them. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to focus on what he could control: his actions, his choices, his attitude. People who constantly blame others never grow, because growth begins the moment you accept responsibility. If someone cannot admit a small mistake, how will they admit a big one? Trust people who apologize sincerely. Be careful around those who always have an excuse. Everyone makes mistakes. That isn't the problem. The real problem is refusing to learn from them. Strong people respect honesty more than perfection. They know that admitting a mistake requires courage. The person who always blames others will eventually blame you too. Choose people who take responsibility for their actions, because accountability builds trust, and trust is the foundation of every lasting relationship. Person number 5, the person who lies, even about small things. Many people believe that small lies don't matter. The Stoics disagreed. A person who lies about little things is showing you a habit, not a mistake. Today it's a small excuse. Tomorrow it may be something far more important. Trust is built one truth at a time, but it's destroyed one lie at a time. Pay attention to consistency. Honesty isn't measured only during big moments. It's revealed in everyday conversations. Epictetus taught that a person's character is reflected by what they choose to do, even when they think no one is watching. Someone who lies to protect their image will eventually lie to protect their interests. And if protecting their interests means sacrificing your trust, they won't hesitate. Strong people don't ignore red flags because someone is charming. They pay attention to patterns, because patterns predict the future better than promises ever will. A trustworthy person doesn't need a perfect past. They need an honest present. Everyone makes mistakes, but honest people admit them. Liars create new stories to hide the old ones. Remember this Stoic lesson. Never build your future on the words of someone whose actions repeatedly contradict them. Trust is earned through truth, and once truth disappears, so does the foundation of every meaningful relationship. Person number 6, the person who cannot control their anger. Everyone gets angry, but not everyone lets anger control their actions. The Stoics believe that anger is a temporary emotion that often leads to permanent consequences. A person who loses control over every small disagreement is unpredictable. Today they may yell. Tomorrow they may betray your trust or make decisions they later regret. True strength is not found in explosive reactions. It is found in self-control. Be careful who you trust with your peace. Seneca wrote that anger is one of the most destructive emotions because it blinds reason. When someone cannot manage their emotions, logic disappears, respect disappears, even loyalty can disappear. Watch how people behave when life becomes difficult. Pressure doesn't create character. It reveals it. The way a person handles Conflict tells you far more than the way they behave when everything is easy. Strong people don't fear anger. They fear the damage caused by uncontrolled anger. Choose relationships with people who can pause before reacting, who can disagree without becoming disrespectful, who value understanding over winning. Because trust cannot survive where self-control is absent. Remember this Stoic lesson. A calm mind builds strong relationships. An uncontrolled temper destroys them. Person number 7. The person who changes their values to please everyone. Be careful around people who constantly change who they are, depending on who's watching. With one group, they believe one thing. With another, they believe the exact opposite. Their opinions shift to gain approval, not because they've discovered the truth. The Stoics believe that character is built on principles, not popularity. A person who has no fixed values cannot offer lasting loyalty. If they'll change themselves to impress others, they may also change their loyalty when it's convenient. Marcus Aurelius never tried to please everyone. He focused on living according to reason and virtue. Strong people understand that respect is earned through integrity, not popularity. Someone who constantly seeks approval will eventually make decisions based on what benefits them most, not on what's right. Watch how people act when they're under social pressure. That's where their true priorities are revealed. A trustworthy person stays true to their values even when it's difficult. They don't betray their principles to fit in. They don't abandon their friends to gain acceptance. They don't sacrifice honesty for temporary approval. Remember this Stoic lesson. Never place complete trust in someone who changes their character to match the crowd. Character should remain steady, even when the world around you changes. Person number 8. The person who breaks their promises. Words are easy. Promises are easy. Keeping them is the difficult part. The Stoics believe that a person's character is measured by what they consistently do, not by what they repeatedly promise. If someone constantly says, "Trust me," but never follows through, believe their actions instead of their words. Reliability is one of the rarest qualities in life. Without it, trust cannot survive. Seneca believed that honor is built through consistency. A trustworthy person doesn't make promises just to impress people. They make fewer promises, but they keep them. Pay attention to the small commitments. If someone cannot respect their own word in everyday situations, don't expect them to protect your trust when life becomes difficult. Character is revealed in the little things long before the big ones. Trust is like a bridge. Every kept promise makes it stronger. Every broken promise creates another crack. Eventually, the bridge collapses. Strong people don't judge others by beautiful speeches. They judge them by consistent actions. Remember this Stoic lesson. Never place your future in the hands of someone whose promises disappear the moment they become inconvenient. Person number 9. The person who betrays others for personal gain. The final person to never trust is the one who sacrifices others whenever it benefits them. Watch how they treat people who can no longer help them. Watch how quickly they abandon loyalty when a better opportunity appears. The Stoics believe that integrity is tested when there's something to gain. Anyone can appear loyal when loyalty is easy. True character is revealed when honesty has a cost. If someone repeatedly betrays others to advance themselves, don't assume you'll be the exception. Marcus Aurelius believed that a person's actions always reveal their true nature. Listen carefully when someone proudly tells stories about deceiving friends, co-workers, or partners. They may expect you to admire their cleverness. Instead, see it as a warning. Someone who feels no guilt. Betraying others will eventually justify betraying you as well. Wisdom means learning from what people do, not from what they promise they'll never do. Again, never build your future on someone who has repeatedly destroyed the trust of others. Loyalty is not selective. It is a habit. So is betrayal. Strong people choose relationships based on character, not convenience. Remember this Stoic lesson. If a person repeatedly betrays others for their own benefit, distance yourself with respect. Protecting your peace is not cruelty. It is wisdom. The Stoics never taught us to fear people. They taught us to understand them. Trust should never be based on emotions alone. It should be built on character, tested by time, and strengthened through consistent actions. When you stop trusting blindly, you stop becoming an easy target for manipulation. Wisdom isn't about expecting the worst from everyone. It's about seeing people as they truly are. Protect your peace by choosing your inner circle carefully. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your life. Some people belong close to you. Others belong at a distance. That isn't hatred. It isn't pride. It's emotional maturity. The strongest people don't try to keep everyone around. They keep the right people around. Quality will always be more valuable than quantity. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that your character is always your responsibility. You cannot control the choices other people make, but you can control who you trust, who you listen to, and who you allow to influence your life. Every wise decision protects your future. Every unhealthy relationship steals a piece of your peace. Choose carefully. Your future depends on it. Remember this. The people you trust will shape the person you become. Choose them with wisdom. Protect your peace. Protect your values. And never ignore repeated patterns just because you like someone. Actions reveal character. Time reveals truth. And Stoic wisdom reminds us that the greatest strength is not trusting everyone. It's trusting wisely. Thank you for watching.